Hello guys, welcome to my DevSecOps channel. If you guys have not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe and please encourage me. So I'm just planning to post in a lot of videos over here related to the Kubernetes and the DevOps and DevSecOps. Okay, so today we will be learning about the Prometheus monitoring stuff. What is Prometheus? Prometheus is an open source monitoring system. It can monitor legacy systems. It can monitor legacy system in the sense like servers, databases, and almost all the even the switches and everything, right? So in addition to that, right, we can able to monitor the Kubernetes as well. The Kubernetes are the complete infrastructure. No, whenever we create a Kubernetes infrastructure, it can be also monitored by Prometheus. And what else? And before that, right? So yeah, so so this is the Prometheus stuff. And for instance, we want to monitor the Cisco switches and Nginx and servers and Kafka messaging system. Everything can be monitored by Prometheus over here. And what technology is used, right? We need to install an agent in all these modules, and then using a pull metrics, Prometheus will be able to pull the metrics of almost all the modules listed over here. This is just a sample. A lot of modules it can be integrated with Prometheus, and it's very handy as well. And after that, no, we can also monitor the Kubernetes cluster using a discover targets mechanism within Prometheus, which I will show in the demo as well. And then once we have all these metrics in place, right, we can define thresholds for alerting system. For instance, my Kubernetes pods is down, or controller is not available, or if switches are down, or switches CPU memory is bumping up and server CPU and memory is bumping up, we need to alert it, right? So we have a mechanism, like we have a module like Alertmanager. You can see my cursor over here, Alertmanager. So this is integrated with Prometheus, and Prometheus can send alert to this alert manager, and instance alert manager can send it to a Slack. The screenshot you see over here is a Slack screenshot, and furthermore, it can email as well. So the alert manager, it's a module, right? So it's a module integrated with the Prometheus. Okay. So this is one of the very important stuff, and we do have a black box exporter. What is a black box exporter? It's like it will monitor the HTTP endpoints. For instance, you have a website and you want to monitor the HTTP endpoint, it can be using a black box exporter. I'll show in the demo as well. So what else, right? here? And okay, now we are monitoring the Kubernetes and the Prometheus targets. And what do we do next? We need to analyze, right? So Prometheus scrapes and stores the time series data. Okay, so what's the time series data? If Prometheus is pulling metrics from any one of the devices, right, it will store the time in which the metrics are pulled. Okay, for instance, the CPU metric is pulled. No, okay, today, no, 6:59 p.m. It will store the data as with the time stamp and also the metrics data. So it's like a time series database. Okay, so you can keep a log of the previous time zone, and you can filter the metrics based on the time zone. So it's a very effective feature it helps us to have. And then alert manager, I told you, like it will send out alerts. Okay, and what's next? We need to visualize, right? We see this dashboard is just a Grafana dashboard. This will also be integrated with the Prometheus, and it can visualize all the data. Here I'll show you in the demo. Okay, so this is just a screenshot of that. It will visualize the cluster infrastructure as well. Okay, next step. So we need to install it. Okay, so what is the scenario currently I have? Okay, I have a Kubernetes kind cluster installed in my AWS environment. This is my AWS environment. I have a Kubernetes kind cluster. It's a Kubernetes cluster, you people know. If you are not familiar with kind, you can refer the other videos. What is a kind cluster? You can check in the description as well. So that I have installed a kind cluster over here. So it's running over there in the AWS environment. Okay. So we are trying to install Prometheus inside this kind cluster. Okay. I'll show you the commands, but I will not install manually. I'll be running a GitLab CI/CD pipeline, which already I have the piece of code. But For other people who are not familiar with GitLab CI/CD pipeline, no issues. I'll just explain you the commands and then we can go it from there. Okay, take it from there. So before that, I'll just try to trigger the pipeline and let it run. So I'll just go with the triggering the pipeline. I will share you the entire piece of code. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to install the Prometheus operator. So before that, I'm going to install the Prometheus operator, a Blackbox exporter module using a Helm commands. Okay, all these Helm commands. I'll explain you in detail once I trigger this pipeline. So it might take some time. Let it trigger. Okay, new pipeline, run pipeline. See, this is a GitLab CI/CD. You can use these commands in almost all the CI/CD tools like Jenkins and Circle CI. Okay, Azure DevOps pipeline, everything you can use. So I'll just show you the basic things. Okay, okay, let it trigger. Okay, so this will automatically install the Prometheus operator. Okay, coming to the commands, right, for manual installation as well. So first thing, there is a concept called the Prometheus operator. Okay, Prometheus operator is there. So kube-prometheus stack is there. Okay, Prometheus stack. Okay, so we are going to install a kube-prometheus stack. It's an open source. Okay, so Prometheus community Helm charts we are going to install. Here I am just going to tag in a version 56.6.2. Okay, I'm going to install in the monitoring namespace. So the first command will install the Prometheus stack community. So you don't need to worry about anything. Okay, it will automatically install you this Prometheus Alertmanager. Okay, and lot of modules over here. Okay, what are all the metrics modules? So everything will be installed by this command. I will show you now, once the GitLab CI/CD pipeline is executed, I can show you what will be the output of these commands. Okay, and then I'm going to install a black box exporter. So what is a black box exporter? Black box exporter is nothing but you need to monitor HTTP and HTTPS endpoints. Okay, so that we install this black box exporter. Okay, so before that, what I'm just issuing the command over here, I'm just Helm install. See, before guys, uh, if you are not familiar with what is Helm, please check in my other videos over here. Okay, so here I am just going to Helm install this file, sourcing this file. Okay, how I get this file? This is the default value files. Value files I have created. Prom value files. This is a default file for that version. Okay, don't worry. How do you don't need to worry about how do I get all these files. Okay, it's just a simple command like Helm show values. See, Helm show values. If you hit like Helm show values, it will just print in all the file. Right, you can just append it to a file name like prometheus.yaml. Okay, so the reason why I am keeping this file is I want to control my Helm features. Okay, I want to control my Helm feature. Why? Because here, if you see my values.yaml, I have a lot of I can customize it. For instance, I have added my Slack webhooks over here. See, Slack webhooks and lot of parameters. No, you can customize here. Okay, and another one important settings over here you need to take care is the Helm. Okay, Helm value. Helm value. Okay, so these things should be set as false over here. Okay, rule selector nil L uses Helm values because we are supplying the Helm files, right? So this should be as a false. I'll share this file, but this see this service monitor should also be false. This is just a customization by file. Okay, so this thing. So coming to the installation command. Okay, so here now I have installed Prometheus. Same thing with the black box exporter. Black box exporter is having another one module, right? So here also I am just going to I am controlling the installation of the black box exporter using a file. How do I get this file? The same thing. Helm show values this exporter. Okay, so it will be like this file. Okay, it will be like this file. In this file, I'm just adding since I told you black box exporter is nothing but a monitoring the endpoint URL. Here I am just purposefully, I am monitoring a target with URL which is not available here, so I need to make it fail. Okay, I'm just monitoring this endpoint, so it will fail and it will give us an alert, Slack alert or an email alert, anything will be fine. So here I am adding another one app. This is my local IP of this server. I am an Nginx running over here. I have my Nginx running over here. I want to show by making it down. So this IP I have shown over here. Okay. So Blackbox exporter is adding targets. You can add multiple targets over here. Coming to the next thing. Okay. Then I need to install an alert manager. Sorry. Yeah. I don't need to install alert manager. I need to configure my alert rules. Okay. Alert rules and then the alert manager. Okay. It's like just like a kubectl apply. These are all my customization. See guys, this is very, very important and you can take these files and then you can tune accordingly. So what is my alert rules? Okay, alert rules is nothing but I'm just tagging this alerts as in a a Slack format, okay, or an email format, how your alerts should be flowing in. Okay, so this is one thing. And see, here, for instance, I'll just explain only one thing. So here, this is my endpoint. Okay, so I am relabeling this endpoints as app equals DevOps app and environments equals production or environments equals production. Okay, so I am tagging here. I am checking here like probe hyphen success. Sorry, probe hyphen success app is equal DevOps SecOps equal to 0. It's down. Okay, so it will send an alert. Okay, so it's one of the configuration values. Okay, and then here I am just checking the alert manager. So here I have configured the two channels I have configured. One is my email receiver. Okay, what is a receiver? If you want to receive some of the alerts from the Prometheus Alert Manager, you need to set up a receiver. I have set up two receivers. One is with the email receiver with the email configuration with an API key and everything, and also the Slack channel. Slack channel, where do I configure in my Prometheus YAML file? Okay, check the Slacks here. Default Slack I have configured with a webhook. Okay, Slack webhook. See, Slack is open source. You can go here and then slack.com and then open the Slack as well. Okay, you can install a Slack and API and everything. Okay, so this is my configuration. So I have applied it. Okay, it's just a kubectl apply. Okay, let us go to the CI/CD pipeline, whichever we triggered in. Okay, and check what is the status over there. So let us go to the CI/CD pipeline. Yeah, it is passed, but I'll show you what are all the commands which I don't want to execute manually. It will be executed through a CI/CD pipeline. See guys, this is for a GitLab CI pipeline. If you're running Azure DevOps or Jenkins, everything, right? The same concept applies. Okay. So what it does, you don't need to worry about these things and all. Just concentrate on this thing. Helm upgrade install, the same command, like the version, everything, right? What it is telling, it is deployed. Okay. Revision 1 is deployed. So kube-prometheus-stack is deployed. Okay, next I am installing the Blackbox exporter. Look at this command only. Okay, so it's the next step is installing the Blackbox exporter. Fine, it is installed. Okay, what is the next step? Then it's a kubectl apply. See here, two kubectl apply will be there. Prometheus alert rule and then the alert manager, right? So this thing will be here. Okay, kubectl apply commands. So here, kubectl apply, two kubectl apply commands. That's it. And these are all like just these are all my customization. Don't need to worry about that. Just for a CI/CD, I just want to expose this service and show you in a UI format. Leave about this one. So these okay. This I'm just trying to show you the Grafana dashboard here. Okay. So right now my Prometheus should be up and running. So let me run this command Prometheus stack. Okay, and then I will access this Prometheus using 9001 port. Okay, my AWS instances, this is there, this is the IP address, 9001 port. Oops. So here we have a Prometheus up and running. Okay, so next we can, I'll go to that pipeline itself. We can access Alert Manager. Okay, Alert Manager as well. I'll just run this command and then I'll just expose the Grafana. See these commands. See, for you guys know, port forward is nothing but viewing the service. Okay, I just want to show you guys know the external, the feel, look and feel, right? So 9000 is an Prometheus and 9001 is Prometheus and 9000 should be like Grafana. Ooh, awesome. So and 9002 will be Alert Manager. Okay. See, these are all different modules. Everything installed by Helm. Okay. See, Alert Manager. Cool. So this is my Prometheus, this is Grafana and Alert Manager. Okay. So Prometheus should be there. I already configured my app. So Blackbox exporter, I should have received some alerts over here. See here, two new messages. Awesome. So what it is telling, it is monitoring my kube-prometheus-stack. Okay, kube cluster by kind cluster is getting monitored over here. It is telling like etcd cube etcd as insufficient members. These are all some of the warnings or alerts. Okay, so my alert is working over here. Okay, etcd is having some issues. Purposefully I've done. It's a kind cluster. Okay, so it will be like searching for a specific control panel thing. So I have customized in such a way to generate alerts. So this is one of the alert. Okay, so another one, email. This alert is coming from the Kubernetes cluster. Okay, then I'll check my email if any of my services is down. Purposefully I have made the Google as down, right, in my alerts here. What it is telling over here, Google is down. Google in the sense I have just mentioned this site which is not available purposefully to just explain you guys know the alert is down. Okay, so the site is down. So Blackbox exporter is triggering the alert to my Slack channel and email as well. See, this is the two configuration I have made it for email and Slack. Okay, so from where this alert comes, you can check over here. Blackbox exporter. See here, I have mentioned this. This is the endpoint needs to be monitored by this target. So that is the reason it is just triggering this alert. Okay, cool. So I've got a Slack alert and see a lot of alerts I am receiving. Slack alert, the control manager daemon alert, and everything is there. Control manager. So these are all the cluster alerts. Okay, as I told you in my first thing. So this thing is monitored. Okay, and here this endpoints or the server is getting monitored and notification is also coming, right? Now we will speak about the Grafana. Okay, how I can interpret my data. Okay, for instance, I know Prometheus is monitoring the Kubernetes and storing the data in the Prometheus itself. I need to visualize it, right? That's the purpose of this Grafana. Okay, I have installed a Grafana admin pro hyphen operator. It's a default dashboard, default username and password. Okay, so default you can go to the dashboard. A lot of dashboards will be there. Okay, cluster dashboard will be there. See, for example, how much this is a Kubernetes cluster dashboard. Okay, these are all inbuilt dashboard for you. It is showing how much CPU is utilized, CPU request limit, and everything. Okay, so a lot of dashboards are there. For me, I am very much interested in one dashboard. I'll just show you. Okay, so you can go here, new dashboard. See, you don't need to code anything. Okay, here I am, my favorite dashboard. I'm just trying to show you. So new dashboard, import the dashboard. Grafana itself will be having a lot of dashboards. Okay, so I have a dashboard code. Okay, So I just copy this code over there, and then I can import the dashboard. Okay, okay. So the data source, Prometheus data source, import. Okay, cool here, awesome, right? So what it is telling, this is my CPU usage of the Kubernetes cluster and the RAM usage of the Kubernetes cluster. And here, what are all the resources running? Config maps, I have about 5 minimum and max 5 containers or pods. Cluster memory utilization is there, right? Awesome, right? CPU utilization by namespace is there. See, I have multiple namespaces, kube system, GitLab runner, monitoring ELK, default test, right? Multiple namespaces here. So this is the visualization, right? Here you can see time series database I told you, right? See here, scrapes and store time series data. So everything will be in a time series. For example, last 15 minutes, no, I can view the data. Last 20 minutes or last 3 hours, I can view the data, right? So time series data will be there. Awesome, right? So is I have just automated it through a GitLab CI/CD pipeline. You guys can automate in whatever CI tool you are familiar with. Okay, to summarize it, what we have done here, we want to install Prometheus and monitor the Kubernetes cluster, right? So I installed the Prometheus. Here I am installing Prometheus as a Helm, no? Helm inside a Kubernetes cluster. Okay. So I have installed Prometheus inside a Kubernetes cluster and monitor that Kubernetes cluster where I have installed installed the Prometheus. Okay. So that's one thing, monitoring the Kubernetes cluster. And Prometheus targets, I have just endpoint monitoring I have done over here. And I have notified it to an alert manager. Okay, so this is a very, very important tool, and Grafana, obviously, I told you, it's like a powerful visualization tool, which is very, very helpful to you guys. And the alert formatting, everything, see, another message is there. Some targets is down. Alert monitoring, formatting, no, everything you can go for an alert rules. Okay, alert rules, you can format it. Okay, so I will just share you this piece of code. This is just a um, like what is like a overall skeleton, and I can just post in another video also about explaining what all these things are there, right? But right now for this video I just want to show you the demo for you guys, and please do let me know your comments, no, if you're not familiar with these things, right? And you want any help, no, and please do subscribe my channel as well, and I'm just planning to post in a lot of videos. Till then, take care, bye.